not wear a bra with metal underwire. Leave all of your belongings behind. No physical contact is allowed except a handshake. Wait to be locked into a room surrounded by bulletproof glass. The first day I walked into prison with a list of rules like this, I expected a lot of fear. But what I never expected to find was an abundance of hope. I volunteer in Colorado State Penitentiary. CSP is a level 5 maximum security prison for highly violent offenders, just 2 hours south of Boulder. In the United States, of 3 people who leave prison, 2 will return within 5 years. For a system with correctional in the title, our prisons don't do a very good job of correcting past behavior. Through an incredible organization called Defy Ventures, I teach entrepreneurship and job readiness skills in the hope of doing just that. Now, the most common response I get is an awkward beat of silence followed by a cautionary joke. Just don't get shivved. This is particularly funny to me because the proper grammar is actually shanked. But in all seriousness, when most people think about prison, they think of words like shiv, murder, and violence. Before I started going to CSP, I thought the same thing. But now, the first word that comes to mind when I think about prison is the word redemption. At the end of a series of prison classes, I asked the warden whose progress he was most surprised by. He named John. John is in the middle of a 30-year sentence for second-degree murder, robbery, and extortion. He's been in and out of solitary confinement because of disputes with cellmates. A newspaper published the following words about John. Some inmates are beyond rehabilitation. Nothing can be done with them. Along with a pretty damning mugshot, these words are the public's perception of John. I was completely shaken. This couldn't be the man that I had gotten to know over the last few months. John has dreams to teach yoga classes as a form of anger management. He always looked me in the eye with the utmost sincerity and treated me with kindness and respect. The first word that comes to mind when I think about John is gentle. Upon first meeting him, there were obvious differences. I'm in a business suit, he's in a jumpsuit. My mother would kill me if I even thought about getting a tattoo, but his face and arms are covered in them. I am free to leave at the end of the day. He can only watch me leave from a 3-inch wide window. We are hardwired to look for the differences in others. It's easy to dehumanize those who have committed crimes, to simply lock them up and throw away the key. It is much harder to look past that criminal history and see that we are all human and that we all have hopes and dreams. On the first day I met John, it was absolutely amazing how quickly the bulletproof glass and prison guards fell away. Our differences were quickly replaced by mutual love of Shavasana and Yelp reviews. Over time, he told me that chakra breathing helped him get through long weeks spent in solitary. We debated the best way to get his business off the ground while still meeting parole obligations and built a business plan for acquiring clients. We both hope to do work that makes our families proud. When John gets out of prison, he will have 90 days to land a job and find a place to live. Both of those things require a background check, where John must disclose a felony conviction. Future employers or landlords won't have the opportunity to know the John that I do. They will simply find the worst thing that he has ever done. To this day, I cannot fathom the difference between the man that I know and the picture painted by the media, but I do hope that more people will begin to see John and others of the criminal history as I see him. A capable, humble, and respectful man with immense dreams. In a world dominated by labels, I hope that father, yogi, entrepreneur, or friend is chosen before the word felon. On the first day I went to prison, I never expected to find hope in the most unlikely of places, and yet I found a room of men who had taken the deepest level of deprivation and turned it into joy, achievement, and hope. John makes me believe in the capacity of the unbreakable human spirit and in the power of redemption. Thanks.